Boomhauer 69 here, and today I'm doing a video on my local nature trail here. In a previous video, I showed part of this nature trail, but I couldn't show this part that I'm currently on because it was obviously flooded and the ice and snow was melting, so it was flooded. But I showed about at that point behind me there, as far as I could show you. And since now we're in springtime, we're a nice day out, I can now show you this part of the nature trail. But again, this portion I couldn't really show because it was flooded at the time. But here's the driveway parking lot for this part of the nature trail in the town. This is something that the town built a long time ago near the river, and since it's so close to the river, every winter and when the snow melts and stuff, it actually floods and turns into a big giant puddle of water. But yeah, this is like a flood zone, I guess you'd call it. But they also have these little exercise equipment. This is what I was talking about in my last video. I'll put a link in the description for the last video and then an end screen of the video. But yeah, but there's a little kind of exercisey wood equipment they have for doing different types of little exercises. You'll see those throughout. But right there's a little bit of water. If you look, you can see some, looks like ducks or birds here. Try to zoom in on those. But yeah, and it's just like any old typical nature trail and stuff. And yeah, it's just a big giant, all it is just this part I'm on right now. It's just a big giant circle that loops around, and over there you have a public restroom outhouse, and there's a pond over here. See if I can zoom in on that. There's a birdhouse. They have those throughout. Well, yeah, that's remnants of what happens on this part of the nature trail and floods and stuff. But yeah, around 2000, I want to say 2004, 2005, somewhere around there, I think is when they started putting all this stuff in. It's been there for quite some time and stuff, and you know, been here, I'd say, well over 10 years now. But yeah, they put this in for the community to enjoy nature and go for a walk and exercise. You know, you can ride your bicycles on these and stuff. But yeah, there's more of that wildlife I'll show. There's some more birds enjoying the little pond there. That's an actual regular pond, and that's one reason why this area in the final thaw actually floods so easily, is because there's a pond and then you got the Grand River. This is in zoom here. But yeah, but over in that direction, that's where the Grand River is, and then over here is a pond where there's some geese or duck, you know, enjoying the nice weather. Then I believe right here is where they would have a bench. So obviously when we get final springtime, they'll put those benches out. Right now there ain't no cars parked in the driveway because they got the actual road for motor vehicle. That's some blocked off. But here's a little pole where they would have like a sign or something up, you know. But yeah, throughout this little nature trail, it's a big giant circle, and they have over by the Grand River a little like dock area where you can walk and fish off from. They got a little like deck pier thingy, dock, whatever you want to call it, where you can stand and go fishing and enjoy fishing and stuff. And I'll show you this right here. The little exercise thingies they have here for doing pull-ups and stuff. Oh, I'd show you folks how I can do a pull-up, but I can't because right now I don't have a tripod or a way to hold the camera and do a pull-up at the same time. So Yeah. Let me show you what an overweight big boy can do on pull-ups. But there's some more wildlife out there, ducks, geese, whatever. But yeah, I've walked this area many times, and I'll try to zoom in on the wildlife. They're enjoying the water and enjoying this nice weather. Because we're now Michigan is getting into the spring and the summertime, so you know, pretty soon we'll be in April, and April showers will bring the May flowers. Or sometimes we have incidents where it snows all the way up until April, and then it's April snow brings the May flowers, The actual common saying was April showers bring the May flowers, but here in Michigan, sometimes it's April snow that brings the May flowers. Because we had times where the weather like this would be nice out, and then boom, it just goes right back cold and snowy again, where you're thinking, is spring and summer ever gonna come? That's usually what happens sometimes in Michigan here with that kind of weather, where we get that funky winter where you think, is spring ever gonna come, and it ain't like until May or June when you finally get the nice warm hot weather, and there's no snow and you can actually enjoy a day at the lake. But yeah, again, this trail is just a big giant circle that just circles around and goes by the river here, and I'll show you the little fishing docks, as you want to call it, decks, docks, whatever. But yeah, and then throughout they have little bird houses for the birds and stuff. Looks like over here somebody must be tapping the trees for sap or something. Looks like somebody's tapping their trees for the sap to make the syrup. Now right here's another little exercise balance tight rope balance beam thingy. This is another little exercise thingy they put in. They have a couple of different little kind of like little wooden exercise structures that you can use to do some exercise. They also have these little posts here with some little pictures and different things talking about what the type of tree it is or whatever, or the case may be. You'll see those as well. Matter of fact, here's one of the little fishing docks, whatever you want to call it, you can fish at and throw your line out and see what you can catch in the river. Matter of fact, and there's another one of those poles. I can't see very well with the sunlight shining, but I don't know if you can see that stone. That's another one we have signs. And then here's some little information about the handicap fishing pier. I guess they call it a pier here. I'll take a picture. Here's what they call the little fishing pier. This is where you can cast your line out. Now I fished from this many times. Usually whenever fish I usually caught, it was just a catch and release thing, and it was just mostly just something small that wasn't worth keeping. But this is how high the river is. The river is obviously high, and pretty soon the river will crest, as they call it, and eventually, probably when we get our final thaw, it will eventually go even probably higher than this and flood again, and then go back down to normal and be good. But yeah, here's a little fishing dock here. Me and my father fish this a lot, and then the other one that I will show you on the other trail near the train depot, since you can walk on everything now, for now anyways, until it starts reflooding again. But here's the dock. Yeah. And of course they have places where you can sit down, benches where you can sit down and enjoy the nice view and stuff, and relax while you're fishing, you know. It's good, those, I like those seats there, those benches, because those are good for when you forget to bring your chair and you need a place to sit down while you're fishing. But yeah, halfway there you can tell the river's really up there, you know. It's usually a little bit lower than this at normal height, but since it's getting to be springtime, snow is melting, you know, the river's obviously going to be very high. And again, this right here is the Grand River. Another one of the little exercise things they have for people who like to do workouts while they're on the nature trail. These are just little things put here for people who come on for the public to practice or exercising and stuff. Then of course when you're on this nature trail they have this big old round. You can go this way, or you can even take this little walk path here that I'm going to take and go circle around. This little thing here just circle around. This just gives you basically a little bit better view of the river, which I'll take a photo of. And the reason why I'm doing this video, because since it's a nice day out and I got an opportunity in the weather break to film this part of the nature trail, and I'm also will show the other part as well. Well, the other part heading towards the train depot, and since it's no longer flooded right now it's time to show, and I figured now it's the time to show off what this part of the nature trail looks like for the people who live out of state, or they're from Saranac and they moved away years ago and they never got to see this, and try to give them a chance to see it now, you know, and stuff. But yeah, again, they have more of these little things right here that give information about what kind of tree that is or whatever, you know, information. But there's another view of the river right here. Oh yeah, I basically covered everything on this side of the little nature trail path. That's what I'll got, but I'll do one last picture of this side. Well, this side of the nature trail here takes you down and around to the train depot, and I've showed that in previous videos, and now I'll show you what this nature trail looks like since the flooding has gone away. Yeah, because again, the last time I couldn't show this, I could only show this part up to the point where it wasn't flooded, so now I'll show y'all where it's flooded. And again, they have these little posts here with some information about what type of tree. Like this tree right here, it says is a green ash, and it's a Fraxin Pennsylvanica tree there. I'll take a picture. This right here is walking on the actual nature trail heading towards back to town towards the train depot and stuff, and so I'll show you. But yeah, and those little posts, they just kind of like these little posts here I've been kind of showing, taking pictures of. A lot of these just are just giving information about the types of tree that's next to it. Like this one is talking about this tree right here, and kind of generally what kind of trees you're gonna find on this nature trail. If you're somebody into nature and you like knowing about trees and this stuff, you know, and if you're really into, you know, nature and trees and kind of what you're gonna find, and yes, they do have signs up posting about, of course, poison ivy. That's common to find around here. So be careful if you don't want to You know, they used to say, leaves of 3, let it be, or you're going to get the itchies, and it ain't going to be fun. And then over here, some more information about stuff we're going to find, like common huckleberry stuff. You know, there must be a huckleberry tree. And of course, on this nature trail as well, on this part, they also have a fishing pier where you can fish and stuff. And I fished off this one a lot too. I think I fished off this one more than I had the other one, or it might have been the other way around. But anyways, and they have the little benches. This is a lot smaller than the other one. The other one's more bigger, where you got more room, but and stuff. Yeah, there's again more of the river and stuff. Do kind of a slow panorama. I do apologize for moving the camera too fast and shaky. You know, I'm new to this whole thing, and I don't have that nice cameraman steady hand. But now on the other side of the river, the other side that you see over there, that's private land. But this side we're on is public land. So if you ever come to Saranac and you're wondering about the other side of the river where my finger's pointing, that's private land. That's owned by somebody, private property. Ready? And of course, about those little wooden docks, the sad thing about those is the local teenager hoodlums had to carve their names in the wood and stuff. So when you come on those little fishing pier thingies, don't be alarmed if you see graffiti. Just like anywhere else, our small town has graffiti. Now I'm not going to show any of that graffiti because some of it's got swear words in it and stuff. But yeah, it's like anything, those little wooden piers, people had took their little pocket knives or whatever and carved their initials and stuff in them. So you are going to see that typical graffiti on the wood piers, but if you don't pay attention to that, you can enjoy a nice fishing trip. And of course, up ahead here I'll show you, we'll have trash cans throughout the nature trail, so you don't got to worry about littering. They have actual trash cans for people to pick up after themselves. But yeah, this part of the nature trail is clearly in town. Matter of fact, you can see little behind me residential houses. That's the streets over me. So again, like I said before in previous videos, on this little nature trail here, on one side you're gonna see kind of some trees and residential, and then you turn to the other side here, you're gonna obviously get more nature scenery and the river, you know, because this is right in the village limits of my town, this little nature trail I'm on and stuff. So again, if you're worried about, you know, walking this nature trail and worried about security, safety, you know, concerns and stuff, it's family friendly nature trail. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I know a lot of people will probably ask those questions if I don't put it in the video and ask about, oh, is this a safe nature trail to walk on and stuff, and yes, it's 100% safe. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I lived in this town for many years, so yeah, because you got so much residential, and then you got over here, you know, nature, and then of course residential, so there ain't nothing to worry about. You know, again, this is a family friendly nature trail where families can go for walks and enjoy nature, not have to worry about a thing. But yeah, we're coming up to the depot here. Video about this train depot section already, so I'm not gonna show that too much. Just more of this nature trail here and what I couldn't show you. But yeah, this nature trail runs all the way down the river here, all the way to the train depot, and here's what this looks like. There's what the actual little nature path I'm walking on actually looks like. And this part I'm walking on right now Now it's the part I couldn't show you because in the last video I did of this, it was all flooded, but this is what it looks like not flooded, and when you can actually walk on it. Here's another view of kind of the river. Here's another view of what the river looks like from this point here. You can even see the sign that says "Welcome to Saranac." You know, they have on the bridge there. That's why they call that street right there, that bridge. They call that Bridge Street because of the bridge that goes over the river. So if you're ever in my town and you're not from around here and you're wondering what they call this road right here, they just call it Bridge Street because of the bridge going over the river. And of course, this little walk path where I'm pointing my finger, that will actually take you right up to the train depot and all that. All the stuff up to the parking lot of the depot and stuff where people can park and walk. So parking is not an issue on this nature trail. They got where you can park at the train depot or that parking lot I showed you back at the other nature trail, or you can go over here to where they launch boats and park your car there too and walk this nature trail. And that's where this trail actually takes you. They actually, for a long time, when they built this trail, they actually made it where this part of the section actually stopped under the bridge, and then it didn't continue on to the other side. And they finally made it a couple years back where you can just walk, where it takes you right, you can walk right through and go to the boat launch. And this right here is the newest fishing pier that was just added about, maybe I think might want to say maybe like last summer, spring, or the last summer, spring before that. But this is the newest fishing pier they have where people can fish off from and stuff. But yeah, again, there's the sign that says "Welcome to Saranac" for the people who are floating down the river ever. And there's what they call it. It says "Welcome to Saranac" and the street, name, Bridge Street there. But yeah, this little fishing pier hasn't been here very long. Maybe only a couple years at the most, maybe a year or two. But yeah. But right here is the actual parking lot for the boat launch, river launch. This back behind me, that parking lot is where you would park your truck and trailer when you're launching a boat and you need to park your vehicle. This is the actual official parking lot for the actual boat launch area to launch your boat onto the river. And right here is where you actually launch a boat at and stuff. I used to fish this numerous of times. I remember as a kid standing in the water, throwing my line out and fishing, and then over there is actually a little creek that flows through. I'll see if I can get a photo of that. And here's a better view of the actual boat launch parking lot where you can park your vehicles and boat trailers and stuff when you're out on the river with your boat. And then over there's the actual other nature trail parking lot for and little facilities. I did a video about that and before and stuff, but yeah. And there's actually a little walk path that walks up to that little covered pavilion and restroom thingy. And again, I showed this in previous videos, but this is just a little covered pavilion where they have some picnic tables and you can sit down and relax and take a breather if you want to. But yeah, this nature trail, if you're far away out of town, nature trail, there's plenty of parking, like the boat launch down there, and then there's this parking lot right here, and then the train depot are, I would say, are the safer ones to park at if you're from out of town and you don't know if this town's a nice town or a bad town, because I know sometimes touring these nature trails and stuff, you gotta kind of also think about safety and stuff. So yeah, but this one right here and the depot one and the river launch there, those are the safest ones because it's right in town and there's so much traffic, and then plus too you also got 24-hour surveillance cameras. So if you're worried about kind of security, I'm just mentioning that for people who might be worried about that sort of thing. And they might not be from around here, might want to come visit this trail someday, and just want to mention that it's a safe trail. I never had no troubles on. Again, the only thing you might run into that might hurt you is wildlife, like a skunk or a raccoon or something, or if you're worried about stepping in some sort of manure or accidentally stepping dog doo-doo, that's what you might have be more of a problem than anything else. Well, I thought this would be a good spot to end the video. If you'd like to see more of this kind of content, subscribe to the channel. It'll definitely help me out. And share these videos with all your friends and families, because it'll definitely help me out to make more videos in the near future. And hope you learned something from this video, and I had fun making it. And hope you all have a good day, and thank you for taking the time out of your day for watching this video. I truly do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, and just want to thank you to all my subscribers, old subscribers, new subscribers, everybody in between, and all my viewers and stuff. I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and hope you all have a good day, and hope you get a chance to get out there and enjoy the nice weather.